Hi, everyone. So today we are going to talk about diffusing. I'm going to give you a brief overview on the basics of diffusing essential oils because we know that diffusing has become very popular these days and it's very beneficial in different settings, but we also want to do it in a safe way so that we can all benefit. So I hope this video helps to answer some of the most common questions. What does it mean to diffuse? It means to spread or cause to spread over a wide area. And diffusing essential oils in the air does change the environment. Why do we diffuse? Aromatherapists use diffusers to uplift the environment, therefore supporting emotional well-being, immunity, overall wellness, and a secondary benefit would be respiratory health. The impact of stress is often overlooked, right? We know that stress can be very detrimental to our health. These are the most common symptoms: anxiety, muscle tension, right? Inflammation and pain, digestive disturbances such as ulcers, acid reflux, IBS, cardiovascular disease such as high blood pressure. Inhibited immunity. Our immune system gets compromised under chronic stress, making us more susceptible to disease, cognitive and sensory issues, endocrine issues such as hormone imbalances. Wound healing slows down as well when we're under chronic stress. And we can also see weight gain or weight loss. And of course, sleep disturbances are very common. The use of aromatics can alter our perception. It helps us build resiliency, reducing and alleviating stress and anxiety, inducing deep relaxation and promoting restful sleep, supporting our cognitive functions by increasing alertness and performance, ease physical ailments, right, such as pain relief, and addressing overall the symptoms of stress-related disorder. So we have different ways where we can diffuse essential oils into the atmosphere. There's a category that we have called active diffusing, right? We have active diffusers, and the first one on the list here is a nebulizer, right? These are the most efficient for airborne or antimicrobial properties. You can see the picture right here in the bottom right-hand corner of a nebulizer. Essential oil microdroplets are released into the atmosphere and stay in the air after the diffuser is off. So these are used a lot in clinical environments, and they are the most expensive type of diffuser typically. Then we have ultrasonic diffusers, which are very popular, especially in the homes. This type uses ultrasonic waves and water to disperse essential oils into the air with a cool mist. It is not a steamer because we don't use heat. Then we have candle diffusers, which were very popular back in the days, and it uses heat and it releases it in a very slow, gentle process as the heat from the candle underneath in the basin there, it starts to heat up the water. So you have that slow steam as the essential oils are being released. And just something to keep in mind, if you do have pets or children, just be mindful of that. You don't want it to get knocked down by accident. And we also have fan diffusers, and that's when the aroma is released with a fan and it's very mild. There are other methods where we can enjoy these essential oils, such as spritzers, and also humidifiers are becoming very popular, which they usually have a small chamber, which you can place some essential oils to allow for diffusion. Now, passive diffusers, we have a variety here, such as terracotta or unglazed clay, as you see in that flower in the picture above. We can use felt pads that we see a lot in jewelry or in car diffusers. There's aromatic jewelry. There's plug-in diffusers, which are very mild. And all of these are perfect for scenting small spaces, like maybe a desk, a small bathroom, your car, or even behind the table without being too overpowering. And this is not a diffuser, obviously, but these are different inhalation methods where we can also enjoy essential oils through olfaction, right? Such as a personal inhaler, those little inhaler tubes, easy to carry around, transport, and keep your scent to yourself. We also can simply put a drop or two of essential oil on a cotton ball or a piece of tissue. Also, direct palm inhalation and steam inhalations are especially good when there is congestion in the lungs, right? We need to decongest and maybe have a cold or flu or something like that. So these are other methods that we inhale essential oils. Now, this is a big one. You know, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to diffusing in a public space. And we get asked about that a lot. So I don't believe in absolutes. You will see a lot of hype on the internet, maybe fear, people saying absolutely not, never do this or that. But I believe that you have to look at the big picture. And it also depends on the circumstances. There has been reports with great success diffusing in public spaces such as nursing homes and assisted living facilities, school with children of special needs, and other places. And these oils can help with creating a calm and welcoming environment. So whatever decision we choose, we want to make sure that we use our oils with intention. This means knowing about the oils we are choosing and why, and consent, right, when diffusing in a public space. This means being mindful of others and communicating with the staff or those who are sharing the same space. I'm usually more concerned about the harmful chemicals, maybe that they clean their spaces versus the use of essential oils. But that, again, that's a personal decision. And whatever decision you do make, just make sure that you do it with intention and consent. And again, there are other options where we might find more appropriate, where we can still enjoy these essential oils without exposing our scent to other people, such as using a personal inhaler, you know, or the cotton ball or tissue method. Diffusing around children. So children too can benefit as well from aromatherapy. However, there's certain precautions that we want to keep in mind when we are diffusing around children. This includes what we are diffusing and the length of time. So I would say those are the two most important factors to take a look at. And here are some parameters. Here's a list on the left, as we see in red, of oils that are not recommended to diffuse around children under the age of 10. And these are the most common ones. There are more oils as well. So we want to know about the oils before we use them. And with peppermint oil, we want to avoid it, using it on the face or near the face of children under 5 years old. And on the right, we have safer options for diffusing around children over the years, so 5 years and above. And as you can see, a lot of these are more of the gentler essential oils, which we recommend for diffusing anyways, no matter the age group. But these are the safer ones that it's always better to err on the side of caution. And a lot of parents ask about their infants. So we don't recommend that you diffuse essential oils around infants. However, you can use an ultrasonic diffuser with hydrosol. And hydrosol is this aromatic water that it's a product of distillation. And I will include a link to an article about that at the bottom of this video. Gentle oils such as chamomile and lavender can help a child sleep. And you can do 50% hydrosol and 50% water. What about pets? The simple answer would be to keep it away from your pets. In other words, if you do have pets in the house, don't keep them in the same room closed with a diffuser where they cannot leave. Especially with cats, it has been noted that some essential oils can be very toxic to them. Now, from a personal experience, I've always had pets all my life and been practicing aromatherapy for almost 2 decades, and I've never had any issues or adverse reactions from my pets. But if you do have a concern, it's always best to err on the side of caution and keep your pets away from the area you are diffusing. Keep them away from essential oils in general. Synergies. So a synergy is a formulation of essential oils without a carrier or base. So it's a blend of essential oils. Sometimes you can buy them pre-blended, or you can actually make your own for different purposes, such as helping to relax or calm the nervous system, maybe to stimulate the mind, help with sleep. So there's many different ways that we use synergies. And here's just a small list of my favorite essential oils to diffuse. How long should I diffuse? So we do have recommended diffusing timeframes for a reason, right? These parameters, it's very important to not over diffuse, because there's something called odor adaptation and habituation. Adaptation is when we are no longer able to smell something, right? After we've been exposed to it for a certain amount of time. And then habituation is when our body no longer responds because we've had prolonged exposure. And we can over diffuse, right? If you have it all day long, every day, it can have a negative impact on the nervous and respiratory system. And we often see with the opposite results of the ones that we want to achieve. And we can have effects, adverse effects, such as lightheadedness, headaches, malaise, etc. So just something to be cautious about. We have recommended diffusing times here on the left. So if you have a nebulizer, because it's just pure essential oils, those microparticles, it's not undiluted, right? Going into the atmosphere, and it stays in the air even after the nebulizer is off. So about 10 to 30 minutes is sufficient, and then turn it off for 1 to 4 hours. Whether you use a timer or maybe your diffuser has a timer, a lot of them are coming with timers already set. And always follow the instructions on your diffuser. So in a nebulizer, typically it's about 2 to 4 milliliters of essential oil, which equals about 40 to 80 drops. But again, follow the directions on your device. And ultrasonic diffusers, 30 to 60 minutes, they recommend the max. And then you can turn it off for a period of 1 to 4 hours. In between, about 5 to 15 drops. We have candle diffusers, and because it's a very slow, gentle steam, we can keep it on a little bit longer, 60 to 90 minutes, and turn off for 2 to 4 hours. And fan diffusers as well. It's very gentle, releasing those aromatic, the aromatic scent into the air. So 60 to 90 minutes. And we want to keep it off about 2 to 4 hours. Now for children, we would go with half of the amount of time as we see above of an adult. Thank you for joining me. Please visit my website and subscribe to our newsletter for more tips and events. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments.